Were you really okay with that? Has something been said or not said, done or not done, asked or not asked, and something inside you glitches? It just doesn't feel good. And yet you hear yourself tell them, and likely yourself, it's okay. But it's not. You've just had a boundary crossed. A boundary you maybe daren't even admit to yourself is there, let alone state it and hold it. Way too much risk. So why bother, eh? And you can take it. You always have. You're strong. You're a rock. That's your thing. So another piece of you gets put in a box and well-rehearsed rationalizations nail the lid down. I want to be clear, I'm not judging you because God knows I've been a master of that. So let's be honest. It's just you and me here. And I think we both know what's really going on in here. Deep down, you're crying. It didn't feel good. It wasn't okay. And actually, why the fuck do I have to take it? Why the fuck do I take it upon myself to take it? Am I so fucking pathetic that I can't stand up for myself? I can't say what I want, what I need, and boil as I do in my secret inner world, I'll smile and say it's okay to the world when it's not. Again and again and again. No wonder I don't think much of myself. No wonder I don't trust myself. No wonder I wonder who the fuck I am. Like I said, I know the territory. But if you're ready, if you're willing, and if frankly you've suffered enough, then let's get you the hell out of there, because you deserve better. And there is a way out, and you, my golden-hearted friend, can do it, and I would love to help you. So I've travelled a long journey with boundaries, from no sense of self to a sense of no self as I searched in the boundless perspective of spirituality, to a strong sense of self as an expression of the divine that deserves honouring. In the first stage, frankly, I was a doormat, hopelessly unclear on who I was, willing to mould myself to fit in and please others. Turned out it was a deep survival strategy for me that avoided the potential conflict of being visible, of showing up in a household where things were bad enough without a me to contend with. It was a pseudo-kindness to others, which actually left me feeling empty and denied me to others. In the second stage, gave me a spiritual identity, which is odd considering it was based on the non-dual principles of I am nobody, I am nothing. But if you're resonating enough to come this far with me, then I'm guessing you've noticed that hypocrisy already. But of course, it was a perfect next step because at least an identity was allowed to be seen in that context, and yet the setup didn't threaten the survival strategy. So the paradox kind of worked. But as MPA was born in 2007, it and life decided to move me into stage 3. And this would be a long process of discovering all the illusions and all the pains and the depths to which I would go to defend my survival strategy. It would show me my deepest denials, fears and false okaynesses. But ultimately it would help me not only define and become clear on my boundaries, but also maintain them. Self-respect, self-permission, self-trust, self-confidence, self-expression, all these finally had somewhere secure to land in me. And things got really clear, really aligned and deeply magnetic to the joys and flow of life. You see, expressed healthy boundaries are an energetic statement of who you are in the world. Yes, to others, but more vitally to yourself. It's the foundation of showing up in the world as you. It's the essential basis of actually fulfilling your dreams, living your purpose, and doing what you're here to do. When you realise that boundaries are about you and not the other person, your life can really shift gears. So if you're still saying yes when you mean no, if you find yourself making things okay when honestly they're not, then don't let it be another decade. I put together a 4-week course because I want to help you get there faster. I want to share all that I've come to understand, and I want to share the path that I've found, and I want to guide you through the steps that'll take you from someone who is likely lost, confused, and maybe even fearful when it comes to boundaries, to someone who understands how to untangle the knots that have blocked you from making the changes in the past, and the steps that'll help you to become someone who's able to build strong, healthy boundaries and communicate them and hold them going forward. I've called the course Boundary Bootcamp, and as you can probably tell, I am so passionate about it because I know what a huge difference it can make to your life. Now, it's called Bootcamp for a reason. It's definitely not a course that's there to tell you what's a good boundary and what's a bad boundary. It's designed to help you define your own boundaries. In fact, it's there to help you discover where you are right now, to give you the tools that you can use ongoing to remove those resistances and blocks, to discover what those entanglements are that have kept you stuck, and help you identify and construct for yourself healthy boundaries that work for you, step by step, because it's an ongoing process. And it's there to give you some communication tools so you can begin to learn how to express your boundaries, and also give you the tools to help you hold those boundaries, because maintaining our boundaries is one of the biggest things. And even in the face of resistance from others, there's help for that there too. If you've realised that you have issues with boundaries, and you're aware at least some of the degree to which that causes you pain and mutes your experience of life, then this is going to be an accelerated journey that gets you clear on where you are, untangles the knotty resistances, helps you build healthy boundaries that work for you now, and communicate them and hold them even under difficult or tricky circumstances. It takes place over 4 weeks. It's an online video course, so each week you'll get a new module, a series of videos which will cover one of the 4 steps. And they'll include some education, some perspectives that can help you to understand aspects of boundaries and explode some of the myths. And there'll be activities and processes for you to do. That's why I called it a boot camp, so you can move yourself forward each week. I'm also offering accountability, peer support and my support in a private Facebook group where I'll be going live to answer questions and keep you on track as you take each step. So I'm guessing by now there's a decision landed in you somewhere as to whether you're ready for this and you want this. And if you do, then go ahead and click the link or the button around here and let's do this. Boundary Bootcamp kicks off on July 11th at 6 p.m. UK time. See you there. In case we've not met, I'm Joel Young, and people know me mostly as the creator and custodian of MPA. MPA stands for Non-Personal Awareness. It's a philosophy and a practice which takes a relational approach to life in all its contrasts. The MPA process has touched the lives of millions around the world, helping them to stop taking things personally, let go of blocks, and start living their dreams. I've over 25 years experience of healing and teaching internationally. I've worked with many hundreds of people one-on-one, helping them transform and thrive. And I'm passionate about offering simple, powerful ways that allow people to make a genuine difference to their lives, reducing suffering and increasing joy.